Alright, so in today's video I'm going to talk a little bit about modifying your car and 2 modifications that you can make to your vehicle that will completely transform it. Now first of all, there's tons of modifications you can do to a vehicle, and it just really depends on how far you want to go and how deep your pockets are. I mean, you can certainly do paint modifications, interior modifications, suspension, performance upgrades. There's just a ton of things that people can do. And I mean, people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars modifying their vehicles, which is fine. Most of us really don't want to go in that deeply, and you know, we want to like scale it back a little bit, but we're big enough car enthusiasts that we want to make the vehicle our own, kind of personalize it and do our own little touches just to make it stand out from the crowd, basically, so we can find it in a parking lot a little bit more easily and say, yep, that's my car. So the first modification that I do to basically all of my vehicles, there's only a couple of vehicles that I haven't done it to, is tint the windows. It's a very inexpensive modification that you can do to your vehicle, normally anywhere from $150 to maybe $300, and you can get just about any vehicle tinted windows. And the nice thing is it makes the vehicle look a lot nicer, but it'll save your interior during the summertime. The sun's not beating in there so much, and it doesn't deteriorate the interior so much, and it'll also keep your vehicle cooler in the summer. So, you know, up to like, I don't know, like 15-20 degrees or something like that. So it does make a difference. So not only does it look cool, it's practical too. So you can sell that one pretty easily to your significant other. The other modification that I want to talk about, and this one is a little bit more expensive, but I do this to a lot of my vehicles, and that is wheel and tire upgrades. Now, just about any vehicle that comes from the factory with their wheels and tires are stock ones, it can be improved substantially by going with maybe a little bit bigger wheel, a little different design, a little different style. I do it with a lot of my vehicles. There are a lot of vehicles in here I have just the stock wheels and tires on, and I will keep the stock wheels and tires on just because. It's not that I don't think that the vehicles will look better, like my C5 Corvette. It would definitely look better with some upgraded wheels and tires. I just don't feel the need to go in that deep. Same thing with my Viper. I could certainly find some other wheels and tires that would look better on that Viper, my first gen, but I just don't want to go in that deep. But a lot of vehicles, like for example my Kia that I just bought, my daily driver, I did both those modifications. I did the tinted windows and I did the wheels and tires, and I will show you a before and after picture. And as you can see, it completely transformed the vehicle and just made it into something completely different. Now, people can spend a lot of money on wheels and tires. They can get very, very expensive depending on how exotic and how deep you want to go. I mean, you can spend $1,000 or several $1,000s on wheels alone, even an individual wheel. I mean, sometimes I've seen them up there, you know, $2,000, $3,000 just for a rim. So I mean, you can be really easily into rims and tires like $12,000, $15,000. Most of us don't want to get that deep. You can find some nice, moderately priced wheels and tires new, and maybe you're into it, you know, a couple grand or what have you. A lot of times what I'll do when I get a vehicle is I'll know the bolt pattern, I'll know the offset, I'll know the center bore size and everything like that, and I'll go and I'll look like on Craigslist, Marketplace, that types of things, because a lot of times people will be selling their used wheels and tires really pretty cheap, and sometimes the tires still have a lot of tread on them. You know, the wheels aren't curbed up or anything like that. They're in pretty good shape, and you can get a really good deal, get them basically at a fraction of the cost that you would spend to buy new ones, and you know, you're not so impacted in your pocketbook, so to speak. You definitely want to know your bolt pattern, you definitely want to know the offset, and you definitely want to know the center bore size. What's really great is if, say, you have a certain type of vehicle and you find somebody else who's selling some aftermarket wheels and tires off their vehicle that is the same as your vehicle. You know, say you have a Honda Civic and you're looking for some wheels and tires, and somebody else has a Honda Civic and they want to sell their wheels and tires, and hey, look good on their car, it'll look good on your car. But to me, those are the 2 real basic, almost necessities. I mean, they can transform a vehicle so much from stock into something that's really eye-catching and really personalize the vehicle as far as that goes. Now, another obviously upgrade that I usually do to most of my vehicles, not all of them, but most of my vehicles, is I will upgrade the sound system. Obviously that doesn't change the look, it just changes my enjoyment and my pleasure in driving the vehicle. A lot of vehicles around here I've upgraded the sound system, my Lightning, my Corvette, the Mach 1, the General Lee. I've upgraded just about all the sound systems to something a little bit better. I like having Bluetooth and that type of thing. Now that is an option. Certainly my Kia, the stock sound system sounds good to me. It has Bluetooth already. I didn't need to do that. So, but like I said, that doesn't change the look of the vehicle, obviously. It just kind of makes the vehicle a little bit more enjoyable. And you know, those are the ones that I normally do on most of my vehicles. That's just my 2 cents in modifying vehicles. Like I said, you can go a lot farther if you want to, but those are the basics. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how much has wheels and tires, say for example, or tinting the windows, or little modifications that you've made to your vehicle, how much has it transformed that vehicle that you have? Leave me a comment. I would love to hear some of your thoughts, some of the things you like to do to your vehicles when you get them. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. My P.O. Box and Instagram in the description below. Guys, God bless. Take care. As always, have an absolutely amazing day.